friends, welcome back to Genuinely Curious. I'm your host, Shantiana Keys, and today our guest is Simone Umba. If you see anything pop culture or book talk, you have seen her. She has over 400,000 followers on TikTok, and she is a dominant voice in the space, a dynamic voice in the space, and I can't wait for you to hear our conversation. Of course, we get into a little Love Island, a little reality TV, and of course, her niche in book talk. So I hope y'all enjoy this conversation, because I know I did. Simone, welcome to Genuinely Curious. I'm so glad, we just recently met in person, but we've been mutuals for a little while.
Yeah, we've been mutuals for a good minute.
Yeah. Both in the pop culture space, but your other niche is book talk.
Yes.
Which, admittedly, I'm not a part of. I'm not much of a reader. I'm an audiobook listener.
Listen, that's reading too.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, no, you are, like, every time something crazy in pop culture happens, like, even as a pop culture content creator, I'm like, what did Simone say? So I'm glad to have you here on the podcast. My first question is, why pop culture?
I think for me, it was just something I was just like curious and like knowing more about. Like, I think like me and a lot of people really like get an interest probably like 2000s, 2010s. I think like with E! News, like especially whenever it was like the nightly shows or A True Hollywood Story, it's just the genuine curiosity. So I always was curious about it. And then I just made my page like in the middle of COVID and just started talking about it, and just people liked hearing what I had to say. And 5 years later, we got this.
Yeah, I'm glad you just plugged the show, Your Genuine Curiosity. The Genuinely Curious podcast. We love that. We're going to use it as an ad. No, but okay, but why your two niches then? So why book talk and why pop culture?
So pop culture was just something I, had a genuine curiosity about. And I didn't realize until like a couple of years in that there weren't a lot of us talking about it. Like, you had it on mainstream TV, but there was like probably a couple you name off your hand. But when you have it, especially with how wide TikTok is as an app, it becomes kind of its own lane. Like, anytime I go out, people will be always telling me, oh, we haven't really had like a Black girl talk about pop culture.
Yeah.
And that, kind of like faves me, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually like representation for something that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's just grown into something like so beyond me. And then with book talk, I kind of like added on that when I started like reading again, because I used to be like a big reader as a kid. Then I got to high school and I had to do assigned reading, and that's kind of like dead my love for reading for a while.
Okay.
And I got back into it because it started coming up in my FYP, and I'm like, okay, maybe I want to talk about books. And then it just became something I did out of habit, just reading and just doing reading vlogs and doing my own list of recommendations. And then that later turned to me wanting to, promote and push books by authors that I love. And with that, I learned more about, my industry. And it's kind of crazy how, like, with your niche, you learn more about an industry you're a fan of, and you learn the system and the metrics and semantics, everything. And you learn so much more that you can put into your content as a creator and kind of curate that, if that like makes sense. It's just like a hodgepodge of different things.
Yeah. And you make a lot of content. So, and you're a full-time content creator.
Yes.
What does your day look like? Because I know you got to be on top of, what's coming in.
So my days, they vary. A lot of the times I'm really just like planning. I'm like a really big planner. I have like 3 different notebooks for either planning or like filming or just general ideas. And I think for me, I dedicate probably 1 or 2 hours a day to filming. And then I just edit throughout the week of like what content I want to push.
Oh, wow. But if there's like a breaking news story, you will.
Oh, yeah. If it's like a big story, I'll probably like jump immediately.
Right. What is your first memory of like a pop culture moment that kind of like stands out in your mind? Like,
I would say the first time I watched the VMAs. I think I was like 2010.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a 2010 one. And I was like, wow, I had no idea this show even existed. This is cool.
Oh my God. No. I'm not sure what the earliest VMA I can remember seeing, but that definitely like plays a role. That's when everybody was still going to the VMAs, like it was like such a big thing that people had to be at. But what made you fall in love with pop culture?
I think, I don't really know like the root why. I think just genuine curiosity of like wanting to know different things. I think me just watching like different I'm a big documentary person.
Yeah.
So whenever I see documentary shows like each Hollywood story behind the music, that made me like
Which like RIP to all of those.
I know.
Behind the Music was so good. E-News is about to bite
We're really showing our age right now.
Yeah.
My goodness. But yeah, just genuine curiosity of just me wanting to learn things. And I'm like a visual learner, so like I'm always watching it all the time. So I think just my genuine love of it. Also, I love a little bit of like history. So I'm like a little bit of a history person. So I'm always like learning more and doing deep dives. So that's kind of like stems from like my love of subjects and then that correlating into like pop culture as a scale.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I definitely find myself, I gravitated toward those shows. E! True Hollywood Story, you used to find out so much about that. And then the artists really used to be kind of involved in the story. So it wasn't like we're just kind of talking about it. But what are some of your favorite topics to cover in pop culture, like within?
Ooh, I think probably just like the annual stuff like award season, VMAs. Usually whenever, I think like now especially, a lot of like people, specifically like on TikTok, people like are in the know when it comes to PR of like the celebrities and everything. And I used to love like doing like the whole deep dives. Like, well, back in the day, this is how they do it.
Yeah.
And then with TikTok, people are really quick to like pick up on that because they're doing their own deep dives into it. When a lot of people weren't paying attention to that, we didn't have the internet where you can just like look up, be like, oh, they did this, so did that. And whenever there's like a TikTok of someone being spotted with somebody, you can reference that back to how this story played out for this different couple, or how this, studio basically had these two paired off together. They had to put up a front for 5 months. So that's always like a reference point. Probably that, because I get to do like, my own little historical reference to like past pop culture moments. So I love covering those stories.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, we're going to do a little get to know you. Okay, so this is like a this or that. Okay? Beyonce Renaissance era or Cowboy Carter?
Why would you do this to me? I would say Cowboy Carter.
Okay, why?
I would say Cowboy just because of just the significance in the moment right now.
Yeah.
I would say definitely. Again, I'm a real history person, so whenever Beyonce drops a project, we're doing a whole deep dive education session. So I was doing so much research when the album dropped, and I was like, oh, this is a reference to this. This is tying into that. This is a sample of this. So I did so much research. It made me want to tap in more. Also, it really pushed me creatively as a creator, whether it was talking about the album or just making my own content surrounding the era, or even just like putting my outfit together for the tour. That really like pushed me creatively. So that's probably why that's my favorite.
And how many nights did you go to?
Okay, so I went to LA night 1, and then I went to Atlanta night 1 and 4. I would have gone to Vegas, but I just did not have the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. What was your favorite thing about the show?
There's so many good things about that show. I think just the way she takes parts of her past eras and then just mixing in with the tour. Like, and I'm low-key kind of mad that I didn't get to see this on that one. The way that she threw in, what was it? How can I not remember the song title? This ain't Texas. Texas Hold'em. The way she had Texas Hold'em, and then went straight into Crazy in Love, and we had that little section of Single Ladies, If I Were a Boy, and then just right into the next song. Whenever she does those like interludes or just the transition sets, I love that. Yeah.
No, I was at night 1 actually, and I had like stayed away from all the lives. I didn't want to know. I didn't want any spoilers.
Wow, you were true.
Well, I don't know. There was something about Renaissance.
They were everywhere.
I know. Well, and of course, my algorithm, of course, is like feeding that to me. But yeah, on some level, but I also wasn't able to like string it together. Like if it's not all in one thing, it's hard for me to kind of string it together. And there weren't any like surprise, like of course there were surprises, like Jay-Z coming out or whatever. But like once I knew Blue was in this song, like it was like, oh, okay, like I get it. She's gonna come out at that point. Like I don't need to watch the entire routine. I'll get to see it when I go, which that kind of helps, I think. All right. Well, I loved Renaissance. The vibe around Renaissance was very celebratory, which Cowboy Carter in its own way was too. But yeah, I feel like 2 different vibes. So I don't know that I would have been able to choose. Okay, TikTok or Instagram?
I would say right now for me, it's Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's less chaotic over there.
Yeah.
And I think I curated my own little community on Instagram a lot more.
I feel like your followers know who you are more on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. And I don't know if it's because the timelines aren't moving as fast. It's all in one place. People are actually visiting your page sometimes. And like just stories on there, I think carry a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weekly drops or binge watching the whole season?
I would say weekly.
Weekly, why?
Yeah, I don't know why. Just binge watching, it just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Okay.
And appointment TV, it feels more communal.
Yes.
Like way more communal.
What are you watching week to week?
Week to week, I mean, I just finished not Love Island. Like week to week, I would say
that was appointment TV.
That was appointment TV.
100%. Just 5 times a week.
I would say week to week, it's kind of crazy. Like once I finish the show, it just like escapes my brain until like the next season. I would say for this year, I would say Paradise on Hulu has been really like good week to week for me.
That one was good. I didn't start watching it until wait, was it week to week? Or did it come out at one time?
It was week to week.
Okay. And are you able to could you do week to week with a show that's all out? Would you?
I would say so, yeah.
I couldn't. I don't think
I would.
So. People talking about it would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I think just with how my schedule is, I'm able to do a week to week. I might do a day to day.
Yeah.
Just for me to like keep up with everything. Because I feel like whenever I try to binge watch a show, I completely forget all the work I have to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's me with literally anything that I can binge. The Summer I Turned Pretty being a week to week show, I think is good. That keeps the audience kind of roped in still. I'm trying to think what other like week to week shows are. Oh, Gilded Age. I've been watching that.
Oh,
that was good. But yeah, no, Love Island. And this was my first season watching. And I just feel like it was appointment TV in like the best ways. Where it's like you talk about it or you watch it, then you'd hop on TikTok to see what other people had to say about it. And then even by the next day, there were other hot takes. And then you'd be preparing for the next episode. Like there's just something about that I really enjoyed. It felt like we were all doing it. Like back in the day where you would show up at school and everybody had watched this particular show and you talk about it. So I miss that.
Yeah.
Okay, 106 in Park or TRL?
I would say 106 in Park.
Okay. Do you have a favorite moment from 106?
Oh, God, there's so many. I would say probably the top 10 countdown for me.
Yeah. No, for sure. I was obsessed with Lil Bow Wow, or Bow Wow now, but and so he was always on the countdown. All right, I really wish they would bring back a show like that. Like, they tried to do TRL a couple years ago, and that didn't work out. But it's also with social media the way that it is. You're not going to be able to have a crowd like that outside, or it's probably Times Square, wherever it is. You're not going to be able to have that, like, in that interest level. But I wish they would bring it back. All right, Moesha or Sister?
This is so hard.
It's telling me a lot about you.
It's funny because a couple of, like, Moesha edits end up on my For You page, and it made me want to watch the show again. I would say...
You've seen it all the way through? You've seen it all the way through?
Oh, yeah. I watched the reruns as a kid. Like, I've seen it.
No. No. I like rerun shows like that. I've never seen beginning to end.
You never seen beginning to end?
No. None of them. I mean, even Sister, I'm thinking like, have I seen every single episode? Probably though. Sister, yes. Moesha, no.
What?
Yeah.
Girl, the amount of times Netflix put it back on, you ain't watch it?
Yeah. I'm so sick of all these streaming platforms and taking my shows and putting them other places. Like I'm over it. The Carmichael show was on Tubi for several months. Before that, it was on Hulu, and it's like I can't even find it now. I'm sick of it. Okay, so wait, did you pick Moesha or Sister?
I'm gonna do Moesha.
Moesha. Okay, I think I would have gone Sister on that. But I was a Disney kid, like through and through, like DCOM original. Okay, speaking of DCOM, High School Musical or Camp Rock?
High School Musical.
Okay, interesting. Okay, that's older than you though, right? Like is that a bit out of your...
No? I was 8 when the movie came out.
Okay. All right. Meme or GIF or GIF or whatever.
I'll probably say meme.
Okay. I feel like we've gotten away from our memes.
Yeah.
I really feel like we need to bring that back. Okay. Love Island or The Bachelor?
Lord, those are both my toxic guilty pleasures. I would say Love Island just because the Bachelor franchise has put me through so much. And then with Love Island, it's like you actually see some results. And I put like an asterisk right at some.
I'm about to say because don't do too much on Bachelor.
What?
They have some couples.
Do we want to do the couple count right now?
We could listen. Jojo and Jordan. I love them down bad. The first couple, Trista
and Ryan.
They're still together.
Yes.
Yeah. Desiree and I can't remember her husband's name. They're together. There's some Bachelor in Paradise ones that are still together, but a lot of them have gotten divorced. But they had kids and everything. I mean, 50% is fine at this point because that's the average. That's all I can think of right now. But Rachel. No, not Rachel. Oh, not Rachel. Oh,
about to say Rachel got divorced last year. What are you talking about?
Sorry about that. Love her down though. Not her, but I didn't like that guy ever.
Oh no.
No, who am I thinking of? Charity and Dottie. They're still together. Now Joey and Kelsey, that's newer, but like I think they'll make it. Love Island, I'm not tapped in though, so I only literally know the cast from.
Oh no, it's fine. I didn't get tapped in until like season 6.
Okay, and season 6 seems to be pivotal for a lot of viewers.
Season 6 really shifted it because no one was checking for US before season 6 like that.
Okay,
I think people will say like season 3 or 4 is when it started to pick up a little bit of steam. Season 6 knocked everything out of the park.
Yeah, and now they're like celebrities when they go on now, which I don't think is working. I mean, sorry. In terms of the gamesmanship of it's not helpful, which is why I don't understand why The Bachelor in Paradise they've moved to the money thing. I don't think that's gonna work out for anybody. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what season 8. I mean, I'm gonna be tapped in. I mean, I'm gonna be literally locked in like I was this year. But
I think it's less about the money and more about what comes out of it. But that's what I mean.
Yes. So you like when everybody was like, well, they keep sending the couples who are actually liking each other home, the strongest couples. Well, of course, if I want to win the money or I want to stay longer, like I'll just vote them away, which is what they were accusing Ace of, right? Like, so I think that'll be interesting in the future to see if couples, if they're playing the game or if they actually are trying to find love. Which...
Yeah, I think there's going to be definitely a whole lot of changes, if and when they come back.
Yeah. Okay, Twitter or Threads?
Threads.
Yeah.
A lot more calmer.
Oh, 100%.
Way more calm.
Yeah. And my algorithm makes more sense. Like, I've found more people that I enjoy. Okay, reading a book or watching a show?
It depends. The show got to pull me in like that first episode.
Okay.
I'd probably say reading a book.
Would you prefer, so like The Summer I Turned Pretty, like is the book better than the show?
Right now, I would say the book is better, but I gotta watch the rest of season 3.
Okay. Are you Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah?
I'm Team Conrad.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Oh,
I didn't plan for this. But wait a minute. No. Okay. As someone who didn't read the books, okay? From the show, frankly, she needs to be with neither of them based on the show.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like Jeremiah's only transgression was the whole spring break thing.
The only transgression?
What else? What else was there?
Did you see episode 5 today?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, this is important information. Well, I've been in, prep mode, so I don't know what's going on outside these walls, but oh no, that's worrisome. Okay. Well, I'll just say this. Based on everything up until episode 4 this season, to me, Conrad was way more toxic in that situation. He was very wishy-washy. He
He had a lot going on,
I understand.
He's the eldest son with a sick mom and a dad that was not ish. I don't know. Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His dad wasn't shit.
Whatever.
His dad wasn't shit. He had to basically be the parent. He had to be the brother. He had to be the caretaker. He got too much going on.
But does that excuse the behavior?
It doesn't excuse the behavior, but he's human.
I don't know. I just felt like Jeremiah has, like, just with the eye test and based on, like, what I would tell my friend to go after, Conrad would not be it. But I look forward to where this all pans out, because I don't understand how the fans are like, one, how could you be Team Conrad anyway? You want her to go from one brother to the other brother, back to the other brother for 4 years, and then go marry the other brother? Like, when you say it out loud, it's absurd.
Well, that's a question for Jenny Han.
Right. No, for sure. 100% where did this come from in her brain? Because, girl, too much. Okay, let's change gears a little bit. We're talking pop culture, of course, in history. You said you're kind of a history buff. Mm-hmm. So what is a pop culture moment that still lives rent-free in your mind?
Oh, I would say the BET Awards 2005 and Destiny's Child perform.
Okay, what'd they perform?
They perform Cater to You. This was the show where, like, that's the show where Terrence Howard basically saw his whole life flash before his eyes and made the same sense. That lives rent free in my head.
Dang. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. The BET Awards used to be so good. Yeah. That's what I remember from childhood is, like, and being obsessed with pop culture, like VMAs, BET Awards, and, like, going to school the next day. And I'm not going to, like, my friends were not watching those things. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this is your experience, but I used to, like, show up at school and basically give the rundown, I feel like.
Yeah,
or
that's me.
be, like, looking for someone who also watched the thing that I watched.
That was me. Absolutely.
Were you, like, a magazine girly, too, or no?
I would say yes. I think, yeah, I definitely gone to, like, Tiger Beat and, like, J14, absolutely.
Yeah. Did you have posters in your room?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that is such a universal experience.
Yes, I did. I put the tape up in my room. My dad was asking me why, my mom, they put posters up here of, like, Corbin Blue and Chris Brown. I'm just like, let me have my posters.
I know it. Dang. Yeah, no, I definitely had, like, phases. I was in, like, a Justin Timberlake phase early. I was in a Bow Wow phase early.
I think we were all in a Bow Wow and, like, Little Romeo phase.
Oh my God, yeah. But I was always, like, Team Bow Wow for sure. Mm-hmm. Romeo I was, like, into, but I was definitely Team Bow Wow. I feel like there were several artist phases. I went through a very deep Jonas Brother phase.
Oh yeah, we all did.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, that like Disney era. Mm-hmm. If you had to pick one DCOM, what would you say is the best? Because I feel like this tells a lot about a person, and like how old they are and what they enjoyed. So
I grew up on the 2000s DCOMs, so I would say Cheetah Girls 2 for me.
Oh, okay. Cheetah Girls 2, where are they?
They're in Barcelona.
Okay, that's strong. That's strong. Because I feel like you can't pick any without Raven. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that first one, I think I would have to go with the first one. Like the first one, there's something about it. Musically, it was like fresh and new. Mm-hmm. All these black girls on my screen. Mm-hmm. Raven being like the juggernaut that she was. Like, no, I think I would go Cheetah Girls 1. But okay, that tells me a lot about you. Okay. What's one show, moment, or celebrity you're tired of talking about?
There's like a list.
Let me hear it. I got time.
You said show or celebrity?
Yeah, show, moment, or celebrity.
I know my co-host Tati's going to get my ass for this. I'm tired of talking about Sydney Sweeney.
Plug the podcast. Pop Culture Playbook.
Yeah. I'm tired of talking about Sydney Sweeney. I'm tired.
Oh, God.
I'm sick at this point.
There are certain things that I just like, where I am in building my content, I'm just like, I won't even like touch it. I don't even care. Like, there's going to be crazy people in the comments about something I don't care to discuss. Mm-hmm. And no, I feel that deeply. Okay. What else?
She got to get on my ass about this too. Justin Bieber.
Whoa.
Wait. I'm referring to the online antics.
Okay.
I'm tired of reporting on it every week.
Okay. Wait, him posting?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. You don't think that's a marketing ploy?
Honestly, I don't know. Everyone's always say like, "Oh yeah, this is marketing, this is marketing." And it's just like, y'all, if you can say it's marketing, that is not good marketing.
Well, okay, it's half and half because some of the stuff I'm like, is he well? You know what I'm saying? And then the other part is like, well, he knows. He's grown up in this industry. He knows what people are going to gravitate toward. Like even when Hailey Bieber was walking around without her ring, I wonder if that was strategic.
If that was the case, then why are you using your marriage for stunts?
Oh, 100% would do it. 100% would do it. If they're going to be talking about it, if their people are going to be all in my business, I might as well make a little money. No? You don't think so?
No.
I mean, as simple as not wearing a ring, oh, that's easy. If people are going to go buy more roads, they're going to...
Knowing how the internet is about y'all's relationship in general,
True.
It's like, I'm not playing around with that, especially with how people are going to jump and react.
Yeah.
And how the trades are going to like jump on it.
Yeah, that's true. They're going to talk either way, but I just feel like he had an album coming out. You might as well get things ramped up. Which, did you like the album?
I thought it was okay.
Okay, interesting. I thought that on the first listen. All the other listens after, I'm like, okay, this is... Now, is it a cohesive album? No. Do I click next every time I hear Drewski? Yes. But it's like, objectively, the music is good. You don't think so?
Like I said, I thought it was okay.
I thought, okay. That's shocking to me. I think Justin Bieber needs... And of course, this is a super long shot. It'll never happen. But Justin Bieber needs a true artist, like mentor, like a Beyonce, who he can learn how to be a parent and juggle all the things, but make good art that makes sense. Because to me, all of those songs could live separately. Mm-hmm. Like they could all be singles. And maybe that's why I like it, because it's like, oh, they're very poppy and I'm into pop music. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing cohesive about it. And I think they tried to put the interludes in there with Drewski to make it make sense. Mm-hmm. Where it's, he's talking about standing on business and are you not all that stuff to like capitalize on the moment. Whereas Beyonce's works, of course, they're cohesive. They make sense together. The songs make sense together. They're telling a story. He needs that. He never really had any like true A&R, in my opinion, to like develop him. They kind of threw him into this like white boy who likes R&B and dances category. Yeah. And I think his actual lane was playing the piano, playing the guitar. Yeah. Of course, having that R&B vibe, but like do it with the instruments. Like his actual brand when he came out, right? Like playing on the corner, busking. Like that's the lane they should have been in. And instead he was like pop locking, and it was like, okay, we didn't need that.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
So, okay, well, I'm an OG believer, so that's why I felt like I had to go hard on that. So
listen, I'm an OG believer too.
I tried to drive to a radio station to meet him. We were 16. We had just gotten our licenses. Went to the wrong spot. Because back then we had MapQuest, and MapQuest was taking us to somewhere else. So I will forever be so salty about that, because our friend whose mom drove her in her minivan, she got there on time and got the photo. Shout out to her. Okay, what pop culture trend do you wish would make a comeback?
I don't know. I feel like most of them have already made a comeback.
Really? Okay.
I honestly don't know. Like, honestly, if one pops off, I think probably...
I want a magazine. I personally want a magazine.
Yeah, I don't know if J14 was teasing a comeback.
Yeah.
If they do come back, I'll definitely be here for it. Like, J14, Tiger Beat, those were, like, freaking staples.
I think people are going to yearn for... Like, we're just going to circle back. You know, everything's so cyclical.
Yeah.
That people, you get sick of the technology or this like constant, like ever evolving landscape. Like a magazine is kind of stagnant. It is what it is at the point of printing it. So I think people will kind of circle back to that, or at least I hope so. but I would say my official answer would be TRL. Okay, by the time this comes out, Love Island, the reunion will likely have happened. What do you think will have transpired?
I'm going into the reunion with low expectations just because...
Low expectations in what way?
Just because production likes to be very fickle with what actually happened.
Okay.
Versus what we get.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody's going to have, receipts for Huda because a lot went on.
Yeah.
Some we did not see.
Yeah.
I know the boys is going to be, well, actually, no. I think some of them have hung up with Jeremiah. I think Ace and Jeremiah are probably going to hash out their stuff.
Please, because I don't even think it's like real stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so too.
Like based on all the craziness that happened, like more important chaos, like that seems so small in the grand scheme of the whole season.
What else? It's crazy because I saw a video of someone talking about how like the reunion, there really isn't a lot to get into. I think just because of the amount of time that's passed since the show ended.
Mm-hmm. Things have cooled off, you think?
I'll say for now. I know people are holding in stuff for the reunion. I think a lot is going to be aired out, especially since a lot of it was not shown. I don't know if they're going to show stuff from in the villa that we didn't see when it was airing. It could be that. I know Ariana and Andy, they're both hosting. So I know Andy's going to be asking, his own questions. It's messy, which is why I know he's going to get into Nick about Sierra, even though we know Sierra's not going to be at the reunion.
Well, we know that for sure?
She said herself she's not going to be there.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Because we did not need that.
We really didn't.
We did not need to reopen that.
Oh, God, that girl's antics. Jesus Christ.
She could have just left it alone. I mean, being called a racist in public, I know that that's tough, but girl, just sit it out.
I mean, I would crash out too. That boy's 90s fine.
Oh, Nick?
I say
Nick
90s
fine?
Listen. I don't know why we keep having to circle back.
Wait.
Like week 1, I said he'd give like that 90s white boy fine. Specifically 90s white boy fine.
Okay.
Like think of the white boys back in the day that were really pulling in. I think like Andrew Keegan, that one blonde guy from Home Improvement. Like JJT something.
Yes. JTT?
Jonathan Taylor Green. No, that's the initials. Yeah. I think it's Jonathan Taylor Green. I can't remember. Someone's going to be in the comments. Taylor Thomas. Yes. Taylor Thomas. That.
Oh my God.
He was giving that.
Okay, I've never looked at Nick one time and thought,
girl,
that's 90s fine. That's crazy. Literally, that's a hot take, I think. It's a hot take.
How is that a hot take?
I think it is. I don't know. There's something missing about that.
No, it's the baby face. That's why. Because if he lets his beard grow out and he puts on a Cuban link, then you see it.
Okay, 90s white boy fine to me is hard to say, but it's Justin Timberlake. No?
I think he's 2000s fine.
2000s fine. Okay.
Like early 2000s.
Okay. Interesting. We're gonna have to circle back on this one day because this is interesting. I'm trying to think of like who in the 90s it was like, but I know who you're talking about. Dang. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I'll let it ride today. I'll let it ride today. All right. But yeah, no, I was about to say he's okay. He's not fine. Like he's good looking though.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. I do think that, and I'm like so happy for Alandria.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, his mom modeled for Vogue.
Yeah. No, the picture that people have posted, I'm like, okay, yeah, she was a baddie. Okay.
Yeah.
And he just photographs well. I'll say that. Like in the
really
videos,
does.
I'm like, oh, okay. But then when I see a picture of him, I'm like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
Like you are a model. Okay, I get it. All right. Well. Okay, so Love Island, that's the hot take. What other pop culture things are you paying attention to that, like I said, I've been here for a few hours. Like, what's happening on the outside? That's not a spoiler.
Honestly, it's so early in the day.
Yeah.
There hasn't really been anything popped off other than, like, trailers. I think the trailer for Him just came out this morning.
Okay.
That has Marlon Wayans and, like, Tyreek Rivers. He was just in the I Don't Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. Reboot? I have no idea where we at. He was in that movie.
Okay. All right. Any other pop culture takes you want to take us off the air with, or have we covered all the things?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
I know, shows. I don't read books, so we didn't touch that. But shout out to Black authors, because I know you highlight them a lot.
Yep.
And that's like so necessary. But it seems like that's a big community.
Yeah,
Black
really,
female readers.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, just Black readers in general is such a big space. And like the internet, like, it shows like there is, but like it's so much bigger in like real life.
Yeah.
Like, I just went to like Black Women's Book Fest earlier in the summer, and there was like over, I think, between 1,200 to 1,500 of us that came into Atlanta for the weekend.
Wow.
There's so many, like, supporting traditional Black authors and indie authors and hybrid, like, so much support, not just, authors, but also narrators and like Black-owned, bookers businesses, and just so much support, like, in the community as a whole. That's one of the reasons why I love doing this as a job, because I was able to find like my people. And they have tickets going on that I completely messed up my words. Next week, tickets for 2026 go on sale. So make sure you get those, because those will sell out like Beyonce tickets. I'm not gonna lie. I just got mine. Thank God.
All right. So you're doing that. You'll be there. You'll be at One Music Fest. You're an ambassador.
Yes,
so
I am an ambassador this year.
Yeah.
I will be there. If y'all have not gotten your tickets, please do. Yeah. You do not want to miss Doechii. You do not want to miss Ludacris.
Yes.
You do not want to miss Kehlani and Leon Thomas all in the same place. So if you don't got a lot for tour money, this is the one place you need to be.
No, that's so true. So good. Okay, last question. What is your favorite show of all time?
All time, goodness. This is going to be so random, but I would say The Golden Girls.
First of all, that's not random. That's not random at all. That is my show. Okay?
No, I was watching that show as a kid because my auntie Irene put me on. My auntie Irene put me on to so much stuff as a kid. But one of the shows she put me on was The Golden Girls. It was so fucking funny.
Love it. Love it. We can wrap right there. That is my show. I love every character on that show. I've probably seen that top to bottom, but like sporadically. So, well, thanks for coming on. I love talking pop culture with the Pop Culture Girlie.